Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas for everyone.
Welcome to the Deliverance Network and our 2023 Christmas special. We're hoping that this special just brings you that little extra bit of joy and hope for the Christmas season as you're assembling all of your last minute preparations for Christmas. So we're really hopeful that you enjoy our few little tidbits, helping you to cement everything that you need to have done and that feeling in your heart to be prepared for Christmas with the celebration of the birth of Jesus. Well, as we enter into the Christmas season and prepare for Christmas this year, I really want us to center on hope and where we're at with our lives and where we're at with regard to charity for our neighbor. I also want to make aware the fact that the divine is very much present and alive in each of our lives, hasn't gone anywhere, is ready to assist you, especially at Christmas. Many people experiencing harder times, lots of dark headlines. And in that vein, I wanted to share a message of peace and hope received through the visionary known as Eduardo. It is a little bit of an older message from November the 12th, 2023, received from Our Lady to Eduardo Ferrara. You can find it on countdowntothekingdom.com. And it's a message of hope from Our Lady. She says, "Peace, my children, I invite you once more to pray for your families. Little children, place your affection and your trust in me," as our mother, of course. "My children, I am here and I wish to help you. Trust in your mother, the mystical rose, Queen of Peace. I am here to distribute the graces that are the most necessary for the soul of each person. But you ask me precisely for what is most useful for you, which most often means material and insignificant things. I am here to help you. I, your mother, counsel you to ask for the gift of love. With this gift, you will have the grace of forgiveness and charity. Little children, do not forget, if you are faithful to my messages, you will come closer to my heart. I wish to be the guardian of your hearts and your families. With love, I bless you." And again, a message from Our Lady. And she is always calling us to come in relationship with her as our mother so that she can lead us to her son, Jesus. For she knows that the full place of healing, the source of the healing of all of our wounds, unforgiveness, wrongs, hurts, can be achieved fully through her divine son, Jesus. Of course, in the world we have many helps through secular means, through friends, through the support of our churches, our pastors, our doctors, etc., counselors. I don't mean to replace those. What I mean is to direct and help you, as well as Mary helping, to lead you to her son, Jesus. Because that peace is hard to find in our day and age, really hard to find in the world, especially as we see a lot of dark headlines. I found it very interesting, even though this message is from November 2023, it talks about how when we are praying, sometimes we're praying for insignificant, superficial things, things that are secular, surface level, temporal, when we should be praying for deeper things. It's not that the prayers are wrong per se, but she says we can ask for greater, better, bigger things. And so I ask you especially this Christmas to deepen your prayer if you haven't already, and start asking for those mystical graces that are ready at the hands of Mary, given to her by God, given to her by Jesus, to dispense at will freely. They want to give us grace. They want to give us help. We have to open the door of our hearts and ask. And I think Christmas is a perfect time for us to be able to do so. But in order to do that, because we have free will, we have to actually ask. God just doesn't violate our free will. So even though it's Christmas and we're focused on the temporal things, the busyness, the shopping list, the cooking, the cleaning, believe me, I'm doing all of those things myself, we really have to stop, especially at Christmas, and ask what is Christmas truly about, and center our hearts and our lives on the deeper meaning of Christmas so that we can grow in peace, hope, love, and especially charity to God and to our neighbor. Well, as part of our sharing this Christmas, I wanted to share a message and context from a recent word to Luz de Maria de Bonilla from the Most Holy Virgin, and a recent one, December the 12th, 2023, which is an important feast day in the church. A lot of you out there know of the story of Juan Diego, Mexico, and the tilma, and the miraculous appearance of an image on it that proved that it was from heaven, the mystical phenomena he experienced. And this message in particular from December the 12th this year through Luz de Maria de Bonilla, featured on Countdown to the Kingdom, ties into that miracle of the tilma, a recent feast day, December 12th. And she talks about hope for the future, which I really want everyone out there to embrace this Christmas while there's still so much fear, hatred, and division in our world, especially as we're seeing the headlines. I want you to center yourself in hope and understand that the divine created this world, is still fully in charge of what is occurring in this world, cares very much individually about each one of you, and has a plan in all of this messiness. And part of this message, she talks about the tilma and things that are yet to be discovered about the tilma, which is quite remarkable considering he received it back, I think, 1200. Don't quote me, look that up. And she says as part of this, "Beloved little children, reflect on your works and behavior, pray, be love, and make reparation for those who do not make reparation." And I just want to pause there and say, especially at Christmas, we should seek to do this. We can't always do it by our own human state of heart, our feelings when we've been wounded, but that's when we have to ask for help to forgive, to love, and all of the grace and all of the healing will be given to you to do so, to make the world a better place, starting with this Christmas. Then she continues in this message through Luz de Maria, and she says, "By divine will, I will show you what science has not yet found on the ayate, also known as the tilma, and this unveiling being one of hope for humanity." So very, very interesting. She hints at a surprise coming to us that's probably going to cause some ripples, especially in the Catholic world, because we feel like we've studied this tilma to death now in 2023. But she says this unveiling is going to be one of hope for humanity, a special message I want to leave you this Christmas. And she ends her message as she often does, and she says, "I bless you, little children. I love you with my motherly love, Mother Mary." And so I really want to highlight this message of hope and the fact that heaven hasn't got anywhere, has a plan for our time, and is very, very active in the day-to-day of our lives. And I want you to focus on that, center on that this Christmas, believe it, search for God, try to bring a sense of holiness and reverence into the Christmas season. It's not just about the busyness, the bustle, the shopping, the distractedness, the parties. It is centered on Jesus Christ coming into the world as a little baby in order to do what he did in his life, die on the cross, to redeem every single human. And that peace is in the relationship with Jesus as our brother, as our creator, as the Word incarnate. And that is something that you've got to discover for yourself by asking a question if you haven't already, and by sticking with the question and delving deeper until you pass, the moment you leave this earth, every opportunity to grow in hope, holiness, love, charity. And then you can be that for your brothers and sisters. And I want you to think about that and reflect on that this Christmas season. And I'd also like to share with you the Archbishop of Ottawa-Cornwall's Christmas message published for everyone, really we've come through, again, another little bit difficult year with regard to COVID, conflicts in the world, and it's really, really nice and important to focus on the joy of Christmas and the hope of salvation that we have in Jesus Christ. And as part of the Archbishop's message this year, he says, in the year 2023, Christmas marks the 800th anniversary of a very special event. In the small Italian village of Greccio, St. Francis of Assisi founded a grotto, and on the night of December the 24th, 1223, he and the villagers created the first living nativity scene, something I did not know. Every year since then, the custom of installing a crib in our churches and chapels, in our streets, in our homes, in our squares, in our neighborhoods, has been perpetuated. For St. Francis and for us, as this year goes far beyond folklore, it's about making visible and living the fact that on this holiest of nights, the Son of God enters our world to bring forth the light of his Father. And then he goes on to talk about Christmas and the celebration of Christmas. And I really wanted to highlight that the whole point of our faith is to believe in the invisible, in knowing Jesus Christ. And in the crib scene, as in the Bible, and all the witnesses who speak to their faith and testimony in Jesus Christ, they are bringing visibility to something that is hidden. And I'm really hopeful that this invisible God becomes more personal for you as we celebrate Christmas 2023. Well, thank you for joining us for our little Christmas special here at the Deliverance Network. I'm hopeful that everything that we've shared has helped you to deepen in your Christmas spirit, find that joy and that hope and that centering of yourself in Jesus as we prepare again to celebrate his birth at Christmas. I'm hopeful that all of your families and your celebrations are filled with peace this year especially, and that you experience the joy of the Christmas season in your own hearts, in your families, and in your homes. Thank you for joining us at the Deliverance Network. God bless and Merry Christmas.